You manage a lot each day, so you're exhausted at night. And even though you might have gotten into bed early, your mind is racing, completely hosting its own TV show, replaying that shady email from work, the things your husband said, the things that you didn't do today, and your plans for tomorrow. Before you know it, the first morning rays are shining through your window, and you did not get a wink of sleep. For the longest time, I would wonder why every morning felt like I was playing catch up. And the game changer was discovering how to structure my nighttime routine to be tailor made to a busy woman who does it all, like me. Now, I want you to think of your day like a puzzle. You probably start with the edge pieces and work your way towards the middle. Those edge pieces are your nighttime routine. If you can get that right, then putting the rest of the puzzle, your morning and your day ahead, is so much easier. Because here's the thing, a good nighttime routine is more than the aesthetics of warm bubble baths and hot cups of tea. It's the other side of success. This routine is going to be your guide to embracing and succeeding in every role that you might have, be it mom, wife, and or professional. Now, I'm a free spirit, sis. I love to go with the flow, but I found that go to the flow spirit in my evenings was creating a mess. I was so overwhelmed and nothing was getting done, and so my morning was a mess. I'd end up working way too late and missing out on quality time with my kids, or one phone call will just throw me off track and the kids wouldn't get to sleep on time, which meant grumpy kids in the morning, or even debating how much sleep could I get if I just squeeze in one more episode. First and foremost, you have to set clear boundaries, whether that is 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. Set a time that you can commit to switching from work mode or family mode into me time. The biggest lesson that I learned the hard way was establishing a solid foundation for my kids. That way I would have the space and the time to pour into myself to really reset and recharge. Because when a woman plays multiple roles, it's easy to get lost in them. You absolutely need self-care, even if it is a few moments in your nighttime routine, to be able to truly decompress and bring awareness to where you are physically and mentally after such a long day. So I actually did an IG Live with a licensed psychotherapist. Her name is Tavara. She owns Healing Grounds Therapy and Wellness Center here in Georgia. And we walked through a mindfulness exercise called SOS. Now, when we talked about it, she was walking us through the exercise as something we can do in the morning, but I found it really nourishing and grounding for me to do at nighttime after a long day as well. It is so good because it really does make you or kind of force you to sit down and process your day. And it's so quick. Like, it doesn't matter what stage of life you're in or what your time constraints look like. This is something that you can easily incorporate because it doesn't take a lot of time and there's no prep time. Actually, so that you can get a feel for what this looks like, I'm going to let Tavara walk you through that exercise.
One of the most important things when you wake up in the morning is you need to do an SOS.
What's
So
that?
SOS is you slow down, orient, and you self-check. The purpose of a SOS is for you to actually do a self-check of where you are at this present moment. Um, Identifying where your distress level is personally and where your sense of control is personally.
Okay.
That on a scale of 1 to 10. I'm gonna take a deep breath in and breathe out. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out. And I want you to keep breathing. And I want you to notice where your breath is traveling. Taking a moment to pause to reflect on your heartbeat. Feel anything that you may feel in your body. Notice the emotions in your body. Identify where you're feeling it in your body. Is it in your chest? You feeling any tension in your back, your neck? Breathe in, breathe out. Now I want you to take a second to orient yourself. This is you bringing your mind and your body back to this present moment. And I want you to pay attention to your thoughts. What type of thoughts am I having? Are they pretty happy thoughts? Are they some grumpy thoughts? Are they, thoughts that will create unmotivation? Pay attention to those thoughts and how they are interacting with your emotion at this present moment. Breathe in, breathe out. You take a moment to feel your surroundings. Maybe you might want to feel your bed sheets. Feel how soft it is. Maybe you want to be able to feel your hands. Are they sweaty? Are they calm? Are they cold? Are they hot? Kind of feel your feet on the floor. Rub your feet on the floor. Can you bring yourself back to the present moment? Now, what I want you to do is I want you to test yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. I want you to identify your personal distress level. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being I'm completely calm, and 10 being I am completely stressed out. Keep that number in your head. Deep breath in. Exhale out. Slowly, I want you to bring yourself back to this present moment again. Count of 3, I want you to slowly open up your eyes. 1, 2, 3.
Now that you have the awareness of where your personal distress and control levels are, it's time to do something with that information. This was a big game changer in my nighttime routine because it really made me sit down and process every single night where I was, mind, body, and soul. Because step 1 is awareness. But in order to get to our thriving selves, we have to take action. This could look like meditating on scripture, journaling, whether that is written through guided prompts or just writing streams of consciousness. Prayer, getting into the presence of God and really giving Him your burdens at the end of the day. You don't have to do this on your own. You were not designed to struggle on your own. We were actually designed to give Him our burdens and let Him take the battle, okay? The battle is not yours, it is the Lord's. It is a scripture and a song for a reason. A lot of the times we're up with racing thoughts because we are filled and burdened with worry. Give that to Him and ease your mind at night, sis. If you're an external processor, like I am, you can process the day with your spouse or an accountability partner or a friend. Or I've recently been recording like videos and audio journals for myself. I have found that I'm really able to organize my thoughts if I can verbally express that. And sometimes I don't want to share that with anyone else. So I'll just record it on audio. And it surprises me so much of what I was believing in my head to be true, I could recognize is a lie once I put it out there. Instead of living up there in my head, because your imagination can just run wild and you can create all of these scenarios and just weigh yourself down by processing scenario A, B, and C. If you're an external processor like me, speaking them out can really bring you clarity and put a lot of that to rest. These are tangible practices that will help you decompress and actually unwind and put your mind into a place of rest in a healthy way. Instead of coping with scrolling social media for hours or having Netflix binges, watching other people live their life, you aren't getting through the thriving version of your life that you desire, that you long for, that God has placed on your heart by escaping your life. Now, the main blocker to succeeding in your day is how much you are preparing for it in your night. A few of you commented underneath the morning routine video that you seem to really be enjoying. Thank you so much for your feedback. I really appreciate it. But you commented with your list of priorities, and some of them was really long, right? And you pointed out that you had limited time into the mornings. In order for you to exercise, have a great breakfast, and dress well for the day before you leave, girl, it's going to be all in how well you prepare for it the night before. There was a point in my career where I was working full time and I was still responsible for making sure that the kids got to school in the mornings as well as me out the door. I actually had a 4:45 a.m. morning routine, and it sounds crazy, but waking up at 4:45 was the only way that I was able to get in the prayer and devotional, the exercise time, and be able to actually take care of myself physically before I could wake up the kids. Now, if you're an OG follower on Instagram, you'd remember when I would post like the things that I took care of in my morning routine before 8 a.m. in my stories. I might actually bring that back. We'll see. But the main reason why I was able to accomplish all of those things was because I was preparing for it the night before. I would prep my workout and my work outfits, and I would have the kids take out their school clothes from the night before, so those things were already done and I didn't have to think about it or make those decisions in the morning. Your nighttime mantra needs to be helping me help future me. Give your morning the best head start you can, because life is going to life, and we've all been in a place where we wake up late, and it's the worst when you've woken up late and you still have to pull out clothes and you don't have lunches packed and the kids are also late and none of their stuff is ready. What is going to happen? The things that you said were important to you, the habits that you're building to get to your thriving self, you're going to cut those out of your morning routine because you're just worried about getting out of the door. But if you woke up late and you already had everything prepped, it doesn't take that much to grab the lunch that you already put together, to get dressed well because you already had your work outfit out. You see what I mean? If you can prepare from the night before, you already are waking up in the best position to stick to your morning routine. When I'm feeling overwhelmed with all of the roles and the responsibilities, I have a good friend who loves to remind me that I was given the capacity to handle it all. So I am going to tell you the same thing. You have the capacity to handle all of your responsibilities. Just how you handle them is going to be up to you. There is this talking point in society and culture right now that women think that they can have it all. And I am going to submit to you that we can have it all. This channel is talking to women who, like me, have these different responsibilities and we want to have them. I don't want to let go of any of the things that I have on my plate. I just needed to learn how to juggle and manage it all. This is why I am so big on having consistent routines to get you to the place where you are thriving in all of your roles. You can do this. You have the capacity to do this. You just have to prepare for it. There was a point where I would have to leave work, pick the kids up from school, and go immediately to their after school activities. At this point, they were in karate, which was a ways away from my house. My husband chose it. Girl, that's another video for a different day, okay? But that meant that we spent a lot of time through drive-thrus because feeding them dinner had to happen during that commute. And it was the most convenient thing. But the way that mom guilt had me bound, I just was feeling so guilty that we were eating so much terrible fast food. I got to the point where it was like, girl, either you're gonna fix this or you're gonna be quiet, okay? Because complaining ain't working for you. So I started meal prepping dinner for a couple of days and pre-packaging them the night before for the next day. I would bring the dinner to work with me, warm them up, put them in the little bags that would keep it hot, so the kids would have healthy meals, and myself, healthy meals to eat in the commute from school to karate. There was no more mom guilt. I was achieving my goal, feeding my kids healthy, balanced meals, and doing it in a way where I could be consistent. There was no way that I would be able to wake up in the morning and have the time to think about dinner, to make, to pack away, and bring with me to work. It had to be done the night before in order for me to achieve that goal. If it is important to you and you really want to get it done, you have to prepare for it. Do not fly by the seat of your pants. Life is going to get in the way 9 times out of 10. I promise you. Another way to be consistent is to make your routine almost like a ritual, not in the spells type of way, but in these are the order of the steps, and they happen exactly the same way every single time that I get to this part of my routine. For me, that is my personal hygiene routine. When I am getting ready for bed, my hygiene and my skincare routine happens in the same order. So it doesn't matter where I am or what time I start. I don't have to think anymore about what happens next. Taking care of my physical body in this system is such a habit now that it signals my mind and my body it's time to calm down and get ready to shut off, because rest is productive. Sometimes the best way that you can self-care is by doing nothing. That's the beauty about creating routines, because it is not to put a limit on yourself. It's really to give yourself the time, dedicated time and space that you need to do the things that you need to do, but to also do the things that you want to do, like watching TV, like scrolling through your phone, reading a book for pleasure, not just for self-improvement, giving yourself time to just be, to just enjoy and do nothing is also important. But establishing and knowing your nighttime routine is just a start. The real magic happens when you can consistently stick to it. And this video is going to ensure that you have the most effective strategies on how to stay consistent. So be sure to click this next, and I'll see you there. Bye.